tell my family members that Mike Tyson
signed the contract, big boy.
He signed the contract.
And it's just an unbelievable thing. Who would have thought? Mike Tyson, Jake Paul on Netflix.
Growing up, who was your favorite boxer?
Mike Tyson.
Because first of all, everybody would want to see what.
Let's do it, Jakey.
New information on the fight. As a result of the assertions that Derek Chisora made, a significant piece of information regarding the possible rules that could govern the superfight between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson has been released. 9-1 at the AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas on July 20, Paul will compete against the baddest man on the planet. The match will take place under the lights. Rather than being shown on a pay-per-view basis, the fight will be broadcast live on Netflix, and it will be free of charge for users who are part of the streaming service. However, there has been a great deal of mystery about the fight and the regulations that would govern it and how it will be conducted. While Tyson is widely considered to be one of the best heavyweights of all time, Paul primarily competes at the cruiserweight division. Tyson's most recent fight, which took place in 2020, was an exhibition match against Roy Jones Jr. that lasted for 6 rounds. All 10 of his fights have been professional. Chisora, a former heavyweight challenger, stated the previous week that the battle will essentially be a sparring session with gloves and head guards weighing 18 ounces each. But Ariel Helwani, a writer who covers mixed martial arts, has disproved that hypothesis. During the most recent episode of MMA Hour, he stated that the bout will be a heavyweight competition, and they are hopeful that the Texas Commission will authorize it as a professional event. In addition, Helwani is emphatic that there will be no headgear of any kind, and that the bout would have the general atmosphere of a typical boxing match. His question was, is it a professional or an exhibition? It is up to the Texas Commission to decide whether or not they want to go pro, so we will have to wait and see. How much weight? Heavyweight, I've been informed. How about rounds? Additionally, I am working on that as well. During an interview with Derek Chisora, he mentioned that there would be headwear, and I saw that interview. It was explained to me that there is no headgear involved in any way. When it comes to appearances, this is going to be a conventional boxing bout.
I know for a fact they are using 18-ounce gloves and head guards, if I'm not mistaken.
And it's just an unbelievable thing. Who would have thought? Mike Tyson, Jake Paul on Netflix.
And I come back again, a guy who's 24, fighting a guy who's 56.
How can you say Jake Paul is bad for boxing? What has he done that has been bad? You may not like the guy.
To put it simply, it is an exhibition like Mike's most recent fight, which took place in November 2020 versus Roy Jones. On the other hand, is it going to be a typical battle between heavyweights that has no restrictions linked to it in that regard? Since Kevin McBride defeated Tyson in 2005, this will be Tyson's first professional fight, if it turns out to be a professional fight. It was on the undercard of Tyson's emotional fight with Jones that Paul made his debut in the sport of boxing at the Staples Center.
Or I'd be without boxing, so that's why my goal has always been to give everything I can back to this sport.
You heard it right, mother. I'm fighting Mike Tyson.
Have you?
Around like 75 million.
You never helped boxing before. Boxing helped you.
It's our most valuable promotions event. My first time fighting in the stadium, Dallas, Texas.
Rules for the fight. The rules for Jake Paul's fight with Mike Tyson, which is expected to take place later this year, have been the subject of a significant claim. In order to make a comeback for an exhibition bout against Roy Jones Jr. in 2020, he pushed himself into great form. However, by the time he confronts Paul, who is 27 years old, he will have turned 58 years old. Paul has a record of 9-1 after getting an easy victory over Ryan Borland in Puerto Rico. A former heavyweight challenger named Derek Chisora claims to be in the know about the fight, despite the fact that details regarding the contest have been quite scant. While Chisora was being interviewed by Radio Raheem, he stated, "I know for a fact that they are using head guards and gloves that weigh 18 ounces, if I'm not mistaken. In my opinion, yes. At this moment, we are seeing a sparring match. It is a joke. It is a joke. Would you believe that I am paying to see it?"
You think I'll pay and watch that?
They were at AT&T. Wasn't that 73,000 capacity?
Why am I going to pay to watch that?
Oh, you're mad at me for fighting Mike Tyson?
Imagine this.
Only kids will pay to watch that, and parents will give their kids money to go watch that. Great for them.
Winning these fights and taking everybody down, at some point you're like, I'm unstoppable, I'm invincible.
No formal announcement has been made regarding the regulations or weight class for the Paul Tyson fight, nor has it been determined if the fight will be a professional or exhibition event. We do know, however, that it will not be a typical pay-per-view event, and that it will be Netflix's first foray into live combat sports in advance of a major agreement with WWE. The co-founder of Paul's promotional organization, Most Valuable Promotions, Nakisa Bidarian, is confident that the event will break all previous records in the sport of boxing. Jake Paul vs. Mike Tyson is a once-in-a-lifetime dream matchup, and I anticipate it will be the most watched boxing event in modern boxing history, he explained to reporters. The last time Tyson competed in a fight was over 20 years ago when he was defeated by Kevin McBride. Now, he will be competing against a man who is about 30 years younger than him. Iron Mike, on the other hand, has already made his prediction regarding the outcome of the fight. The following is a statement that he gave when the announcement was made. He has grown significantly as a boxer over the years, so it will be a lot of fun to see what the will and ambition of a kid can do with the experience and aptitude of a GOAT. I began his boxing adventure on the undercard of my fight with Roy Jones, and now I intend to finish him off. It is a moment that will be beyond amazing to watch because it is a full circle moment.
I had to tell my family members that Mike Tyson
Sign the contract, big boy.
he signed a contract.
Well, I was in St. Bart's. And I don't know who you. Yeah, I was on somebody's boat, and he was there.
Hey, did I tell you that I'm fighting Mike Tyson?
Oh,
Because
man.
first of all, everybody would want to see what.
Let's do it, Jakey.
Harsh lesson. A conversation that took place between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul in the past has been brought back to light in front of their ultimate battle later this year. Paul is going to enter the ring for the 11th time, and he has threatened to put Tyson to sleep in the ring. According to the problem child, he was a huge fan of Iron Mike until he became acquainted with him for the first time and realized that he had been confused with his elder brother Logan. But Tyson also has a good motive to want to show the boxer who has a record of 9-1 a lesson. After Paul called out the two-weight UFC champion, the youngest heavyweight champion said, Paul, you know Conor McGregor isn't afraid of you. This occurred during a face-to-face confrontation in 2021 of the two fighters. In response, Paul responded by saying, I don't give a shit if he's afraid of me. You don't have to be afraid of someone to get your ass beat.
Everyone I've told so far has said, don't get in the ring with Mike. He's too hard of a puncher.
How do you look at him?
He's a very scared little boy.
Jake Paul, he keeps saying he wants to fight you. Do you want to fight him?
That could be very interesting.
I get
he is
fight.
stupid enough. No, listen, don't say that. He is stupid enough to do it.
It is possible that Paul's response to the baddest man on the planet may be interpreted as disrespectful. Additionally, there is another report that asserts Tyson departed a gym in Los Angeles after watching him spar for 30 seconds. After making his boxing debut on the undercard of Tyson's return in 2020, Paul, who is now 27 years old, has determined that he intends to finish him. Tyson expressed his excitement. Greg, Paul's father, has always considered Tyson to be his favorite fighter. When he was informed about their tearful exchange, he told his son he's going to be the hardest-hitting ever fought.
Growing up, who was your favorite boxer?
Mike Tyson.
Dude, is this real? Is this happening for real?
Yeah.
With an actual boxer, what's your take?
I think that Jake's gonna win the fight.
Everyone just kept on asking me, including my mom, why would you step into the ring with Iron Mike Tyson?
McGregor, on the other hand, has provided a critical response to the news of the bout, stating that interest is low and described the matchup as being a bit strange.
Your thoughts on this Mike Tyson and Jake Paul fight?
Oh, geez, I thought it's a bit strange.
And not only do I have the honor of fighting one of the two most famous boxers to ever live,
The interest is a low one. I don't know. I don't really.
They don't understand it.
Got it.
I'm gonna make you my girlfriend.
I'm gonna make Mike my girlfriend.
I'm gonna make sure you kiss me good with those big lips.
X-rated warning. When Greg, Paul's dad, heard about the fight, he sent his son an X-rated message about Mike Tyson. People all over the world have seen the video of Paul telling his father about the fight with Tyson since the story spread. Paul Sr. also sent a strong warning to his son before the fight. Paul asked his dad, "Who was your favorite boxer when you were a kid?" Greg answered, "Mike Tyson." "Mike, yeah?" Paul asked. "Why'd you ask?" Greg replied.
Why'd you ask?
Because I'm going to be fighting him.
No way.
In July.
Guy has to wrestle with boxing gloves.
Right.
Yeah. Has with gloves? Well, he should box a boxer then.
They're Mike Tyson's gloves right here. Jeez, these are the ones I think in the video where you just.
A real boxer?
Yeah.
That's up to him. He should try it.
Everyone has a time limit on when they're ready to be the best version of themselves.
You even kidding me, Dad?
Yeah.
He's gonna be the hardest you ever fought.
I know.
You know what? I would kind of like to see that fight because Mike Tyson is the man. He is the GOAT.
The boxer turned YouTuber then said, "Because I'm going to fight him on Netflix in July." "No way, dude," Greg replied. "Do you really think that? He's going to be the meanest person you've ever fought. Wow, I'm really going to freak out." Paul wrote on social media, "I could not be more excited to make this amazing fight available to all Netflix subscribers alongside the hardest hitter of all time, Mike Tyson, on Saturday, July 20th. Do not miss this event, whether you watch it live or on Netflix, whether you're on Team Paul or Team Tyson, and whether this is your first fight or you've been a fighting fan for a long time." He also said, "I want to be a world champion, and now I have a chance to show what I can do against the world's best heavyweight champion, the bravest man in the world, and the most dangerous boxer ever. It's time to sleep, Iron Mike." That's all for this video, folks. See you next time.